Bouvard and Pecuchet by Gustave Flaubert was published posthumously in 1881. It is Flaubert's final and unfinished novel. It is a satirical masterpiece that mocks the blind faith in knowledge, the limitations of human reason, and the intellectual pretensions of 19th century society. Through the comic adventures of two well meaning but incompetent men, Flaubert critiques the belief that reading books alone can lead to wisdom or mastery of every field of knowledge. The novel begins in Paris, where Bouvard and Pecuchet, two middle aged copy clerks, meet by chance on a hot summer day. Discovering that they share similar interests and dissatisfaction with their monotonous office jobs, they become close friends. When Bouvard unexpectedly inherits a large fortune, the two retire from clerical work and purchase a farm in the Normandy countryside. Their dream is to devote the rest of their lives to learning, scientific inquiry and intellectual improvement. Once settled in the countryside, Bouvard and Pecuchet enthusiastically begin studying agriculture. They read numerous manuals and attempt to apply modern farming techniques, but their experiments end in complete failure because they lack practical experience. Rather than admitting their ignorance, they simply abandon agriculture and move on to another subject. The pair then immerse themselves successively in chemistry, medicine, anatomy, geology, archaeology, history, literature, politics, education, philosophy, religion, and psychology. In every discipline, they eagerly read authoritative books, imitate expert methods, and confidently conduct experiments. However, each new undertaking produces confusion, contradictions, financial losses, or public embarrassment. Experts disagree with one another. Theories constantly contradict each other, and the two friends become increasingly frustrated by the impossibility of discovering absolute truth. Their attempts to educate local children fail because educational theories prove impractical. Their interest in medicine leads to dangerous misdiagnosis, while their fascination with archaeology results in absurd historical conclusions. Religious studies leave them uncertain between faith and skepticism, and philosophical inquiry only deepens their confusion. Every branch of knowledge appears fragmented, contradictory, and incapable of providing certainty. Throughout the novel, the villagers observe the pair with amusement and skepticism. Though Bouvard and Pecuchet remain optimistic at first, repeated disappointments gradually convince them that human knowledge is fundamentally limited. Their endless search for universal understanding exposes the vanity of intellectual ambition and the futility of attempting to master every field through books alone. Because Flaubert died before completing the novel, the work remains unfinished. According to his notes, Flaubert intended the story to conclude with Bouvard and Pecuchet abandoning all intellectual pursuits and returning to their former occupation as copyists. This ending would symbolize humanity's tendency to repeat existing ideas rather than create genuine knowledge.